Conversations with the Citizen. I'm your host, Tia Carol Jones. I'm here today with Raymond A Thomas. Raymond served as art director and creative manager at Johnson Publishing Company for more than 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, sister, what's happening?
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow. How much time we got?
We have all the time that you need.
Well, you know, I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
I call myself a nappy-headed little boy from St. Louis, and I came up here to Chicago on an art scholarship to attend the School of the Art Institute. So I graduated from the School of the Art Institute. I'm an artist, filmmaker, and a creative director or art director. I'm just an overall creative.
Okay.
So, so after I graduated from School of the Art Institute, I was blessed enough to present myself to Mr. John H. Johnson of Johnson Publishing Company, Ebony Jet Magazine, and he hired me on the spot. And so I was there for almost 24 years, and phenomenal journey there. From art director all the way to the creative manager in charge of the whole company's brand and the look, tone, and feel of the brand. So that was an incredible time working with legendary people like Lerone Bennett and Bob Johnson and Herbert Temple and these legendary creatives and artists. So yeah, it's been a great journey, and all the while I was continuing my passion to create art, showing my studio works all over the country and the world.
When did you realize you enjoyed creating art and you were good at it?
You know, I've always known. I've
Okay.
always created, even as a child. I was blessed to be nurtured by these incredible sisters, my mom and my two grandmothers, who really encouraged me to pursue my passions as an artist. And I've always just drew. You know, I've always drew. I started from just drawing actually in collaging in the pages of Ebony magazine. So I would tear the pages out and collage, and ironically, I still use that as part of my practice. But yeah, I've always known. That's a real interesting thing, because I know a lot of people go years without knowing what they're going to be, and I've always known I was going to be doing exactly what I'm doing now.
What was your time at Johnson Publishing like? You talked about being in the room, interacting with some really huge names.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always knew, you know, when I was able to get inside that place, that I was a part of history, and that I was a part of chronicling the triumphs and tears of the African American experience. And so, just being there, you know, it really was humbling. And so, you know, every day we're meeting celebrities, and I got to work with a lot of different celebrities as far as art directing them for our cover shoots and things like that. Former President Barack Obama, I did a cover shoot with him and Michelle Obama, and just crazy life experiences. And then just Mr. Johnson himself was just this tremendous human being, just a maverick and just an incredible businessman. So I got to learn a lot from sitting under his feet.
Where did you get the inspiration for your exhibition, Our Tomorrow Happened Yesterday, which will be at Blonde Gallery?
Yeah, this new body of work of mine, Our Tomorrow Happened Yesterday, was really inspired by this last, 18 plus months we've had. This has been some tumultuous times at best for everyone, but particularly for us as African Americans.
Right.
When you're talking about the global pandemic, when you're talking about the rise and fall of Trump, when you're talking about the senseless murder of George Floyd, all these things kind of have put us in a place of just uncertainty, and more so with us, because we live with uncertainty all the time as Black people. So while this was going on, I just took a break and just went and meditated and prayed and thought about what will we do next, or how do we win? How do we get through this? And so this work is about that experience. And what I came up with was that, I needed to create a visual virtual portal that took us back to a place we had never been, but once were, to bring back the tools and things we need to win in this time. And so that's in the spirit of Sankofa, which we know is the African heritage, African heritage. That means to go back and fetch it. So I believe that we need to go back and retain some of these things that made us great or make us great, and remember them and apply them to these times. So the work is multimedia works that kind of express some of those travelings and things being different and recontextualizing ourselves and revisualizing ourselves and how that looks. So that's what the work is about.
How many pieces are in the exhibit, and how long did it take you to complete each piece?
Wow, it's still moving about because the show is not up until October 15th, everybody.
Right.
But it's probably going to be at least 12 to 18 pieces.
Okay.
We're still trying to figure out what's going to make the cut.
Okay.
The pieces, how long did it take? Some of these, one of my pieces actually has taken 8 years.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so it's, sometimes it takes me months, sometimes it takes me weeks, sometimes it takes me years to finish a piece. And one of the signature pieces, it's called the Resurrection of Tupac Shakur. It took 8 years to finish. And so it just depends on where I feel it's ready to be shown and to be experienced. But I can only hope, like, this work, I want it to be like this work that can inspire people to just think about where they are in these times. The great icon and singer Nina Simone said, as an artist, it is our duty to reflect these times. So that's really what I stand on as an artist. It's my mantra of not only creating work that I think is aesthetically pleasing, applying my craft to try to be excellent at it, but to also be of comfort and of encouragement and edification of the people.
So as you said, the exhibit begins on October 15th and it ends on November 21st. What are some of the other ways that you plan on engaging people during the run of the exhibit?
Okay, so the exhibit is at Blanc Gallery. Blanc Gallery is located at 4445 King Drive, and we're gonna have a lot of different activities involved. Besides the opening, which is the October 15th, we're going to have an artist talk, which will probably be the beginning of November, and we're going to have some pop-up. We're going to, at the closing of the show, November 21st, we're going to have a pop-up shop of my Heroism brand with the show, and we're going to have some great artists and musicians and things like that come to bless the spot, and it's going to be a good time. That space is going to be activated. And so I would encourage anyone who wants to partake in the work to give the gallery a call, or you could reach me on any of the social media platforms that I have. So.
You are a resident artist at Brownsville Artist Lofts. How would you describe your experience as part of that artist community?
It's been phenomenal. I really love living in Brownsville. I love working in Brownsville. I understand the history of that neighborhood. When you're talking about culture, we're talking about jazz, we're talking about blues, we're talking about gospel, we're talking about the visual arts with the Southside Community Arts Center and Dr. Margaret Burroughs. So it's really like Mecca for artists or creative. And so for me to work and live there, it's been a real humbling blessing. And to be in the Brownsville Artist Loft, I share that space with some phenomenal artists and creatives. Besides of course, Gallery de Char is housed in the building. We have some other great artists and things. So we try to all support each other. And then, of course, I'm connected to the larger Brownsville Arts District, which the Brownsville Artist Loft is a part of, which contains us, the Brownsville Artist Loft, Gallery de Char, Blanc Gallery, Southside Community Arts Center, Faze Gallery, and I'm forgetting somebody. And sometimes the Little Black Pearl. So we have all those institutions are within a mile radius of each other. And what we don't know as a community, like that's unprecedented. You don't have anywhere in this country that you can find that type of art engagement and those type of institutions in one neighborhood. We're talking about storied institutions and places. So we're very proud of that, and we try to. So my show is actually a part of the Brownsville Arts Tour that we do every year. From I think we start in June and we go to like December. But it used to be the trolley tour, but because of the pandemic, we haven't been able to get back to the trolleys. But people can still partake in the art tour and go to the different locations and see what's happening. But yeah, we're really happy. So with me showing at Block Gallery and then of course being a part of the Brownsville Artist Loft is kind of like this twofer that we're doing of culture and love. So
I think that with the Arts District here in Chicago, the Brownsville Arts District, we're so used to it that we don't realize that it's not happening everywhere.
No, it's very, very, very unique. I want to thank everybody involved, of course the Gushards and everyone who we've maintained this for. It's been over 15 years now, and I really love. I can't wait till we can start inviting people back into our spaces because that's a very, very unique experience to see. It's real, what I call real community art engagement, where people coming into your spaces, and I've had some wonderful experiences just with the little ones and the elders coming in, and they've never even been into an artist space or studio before. So when they look at my work, they see themselves as powerful and beautiful, and it brings some people to tears. So it's very humbling. So we know that, and it's more just reaffirmation of our journey and our purpose as an artist to touch and engage the people. So,
as an artist, what are some of the ways you've kept yourself inspired to create during the pandemic?
Well, like I said, I did a lot of. First of all, I just became still. I just like everyone else. This was just a lot going on. It was just a lot going on. So I had to just sit down and get into a spiritual place. So I was just doing a lot of just trying to find out where I was and what I needed to do. And so my inspiration really came from, as it always does, the people, and thinking about and contemplating what we need to do together to get by, get through, and to actually win and not just survive. Because we've been going through this thing since 1619. So as a people. So my thing is like, okay, I got to use all my gifts to try to bring by some type of change or reform or revolution or whatever. So just really thinking on those thoughts and thinking about our heritage, and that's how the show kind of manifested the whole idea of our tomorrow happened yesterday, because we have to go back and bring the things we need for our future. So, that's what the show is about, and I'm really excited. I think this is some of the best work of my career, so I'm really excited for the people to see it.
Why did you decide to create the wearable art and merchandise line Heroism?
Oh, Heroism. Well, rocking some Heroism right here. Right here. It's Heroism right here. This is one of my Ali hoodies. Well, Heroism, once again, goes right along with my mission and what I believe we need. Heroism is kind of like a brand, an art wearable brand and merchandise brand that kind of examines the notions of heroism or heroes in these times and what we need to do, and just celebrating the people who uplifted us and encouraged us. And I have a ongoing series that I call Heroes, and which I've done portraitures of the people who inspired me. And so the Heroism brand contains a lot of those images of the people who have inspired me. So I have T-shirts and hoodies and dresses and toddlers clothing and all kind of different great things for people to rock. What I say, rock with respect and purchase with pride. So I'm very, very excited about it. You can get all that. You can go to heroismbrand.com, heroismbrand.com, and go there and shop and have fun. And the holidays coming up, and you want to have some stuff that you want to be proud to rock. So.
What advice would you give aspiring artists and creatives?
Well, I mean, one part of my practice is of course engaging youth and mentoring and teaching. And what I always try to encourage everyone is to be true to yourself and be of purpose. I don't believe in just creating art for art's sake. I don't think that's where we are. And what we've ever been as people. Our art has always been functional and purposeful whether it was spiritual edification or in marriage, whatever it is. Art had always been a part of doing something and being something other than just something that you put on a wall or just try to create a value for. So I would encourage everyone to create your work purposefully, be passionate about what you do, study your craft, really learn kind of like technique and be excellent at it, and enjoy it. You know, if you have a gift to create, understand it as a gift and utilize it to its fullest potential.
Where can people go to find out more about you and your work?
Oh, okay. So, my website is Raymond A Thomas Studios .com. So RaymondAThomasStudios.com. That's my website. You can find me on Instagram at RaymondT65 or Heroism brand. Those places on Instagram. You can also find me. My Heroism brand, of course, is HeroismBrand.com. What I leave out, Facebook, Raymond Anthony Thomas on Facebook. Yeah, I'm all over. You know, I'm all over. Please engage in conversation. Please feel free to acquire some work. I think it's very important that we acquire images and art from Black creatives and makers, because once again, it reaffirms our journey, and we want you know, our artists to be on the same level as the other artists that they give so much credence to. And so we have this city, man. We have some incredible artists. I'm humbled to be a part of the number of great artists that are in this city. Some of them are these planetary artists like Kerry James Marshall and Hebrew, and even some guy, of course, Theaster. So we got some incredible artists who are doing great things, and then we got some who are doing great things right here in your community, and I'm happy to be doing that. So,
great. Before we wrap up, would you like to add anything?
Wow, I mean, you know, I'm just excited to be here. Excited to be engaged in this platform with you all, and I just want everyone to come out to the show, October 15th, Blanc Gallery. Art Tomorrow happened yesterday, and I think it'll be an experience that you will just definitely feel that it'll be a benefit to you, and bring the kids, and yeah.
Okay. Great, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Remember to make plans to join us again next week for Conversations with the Citizen, the place where real news